I asked this question. So, how much money? I asked this when I was working over the summer. How much money would you spend to be able to get a minute of footage from each day? So you get like this minute, you get this camera reel
Mm.
that's always going, and you can record a minute, and it replenishes at the end of every day, and then you can upload it or whatever.
How
It's just
much?
like this eyewear or something, and then you
Yeah,
can,
yeah, yeah. Mm.
because I pay a lot.
Well, what's a lot?
That's fair.
Because
Let's say
also,
annually. You have to buy annually. So every year,
okay, how
spend
much
a
for a
grand.
year? I mean, there's how much it can be worth, and then there's how much I would actually pay for it. Because if I had money, I would pay a lot more than I would right now.
Of course, yeah. Yeah, some people would pay a
Where
ton.
because you could make like, think about you would get 365 skits. How much is a good skit worth?
Doesn't mean about skit all the time. Could just be
Well,
some of those moments that you're just like,
you
wow.
just want to record it.
You
Yeah,
just want
yeah,
to be like, I
yeah.
wish I could remember this. Yeah.
Well, that's
And
what I'm saying. Like, if it was like having camera, just memories, like to have memories, 365 for each year, then I would say you could put like they're each worth $10, like around $4,000.
you'd spend 4 grand, or you're saying that it's worth 4 grand?
I feel like if this was a thing, my mom would buy for 4 grand instantly.
Right.
Christmas, like just the holidays too. Like if
Mm-hmm.
you just have it on like when families together,
Mm-hmm.
because like think about like I don't know if your mom is like this, but they have a camera a lot of the time, especially
Mm-hmm.
if you're on trips, you're doing things or holidays.
Yeah.
You make memories,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah,
And sometimes you want to capture the moment, but you don't want to ruin the moment, so you can't take out your phone, or
mm-hmm.
maybe by the time you get your phone out, it's gone, and a million things.
Now you could put it on. What if you were a business or like a comedian and you wanted to put together a special or something, and you don't need 365 minutes for a special. You can make four specials out of the 360 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
and they make millions. They can make millions.
A third eye. We just start making this little recorder that's constantly
Or
going.
even that, like when you said it, I imagine it could be anywhere.
Yeah.
Like if it's like a dream watching it, or okay, I guess they're not watching it in the living room.
Mm-mm.
Um, hmm. Why? Who came up with that? Where did you hear it?
Me, I just
Okay.
thought of it. Dude, when you do manual labor for 10 hours a day, you think of some weird questions.
Yeah.
We
Mind.
would have these fun conversations of just dumb stuff. Just like, there are a lot of animal fighting ones. Just like, all right, guys, all of us with our pitchforks, how many wolves could we take on? Like,
Mm-hmm.
just like, I just remember it was just fun because like at one point it just became like, okay, like all of us together, like bare hands. How many chipmunks? Like how many like flamingos? Like
Yeah. Do that all the time in high school.
yeah,
Especially if you're sitting there, you're not doing anything.
It's just fun to imagine and try to build that scenario and think about it. Create it.
Because then you
There's a
can
lot
get each other all riled up over it
Oh
too.
yeah, it's a common
Like,
interest thing.
yeah.
What's
Like,
something?
no, fuck you, I'm right.
Oh
I
yeah.
could beat
Well,
more chipmunks than you can.
that's no, that's also a good point because what's cool is it's such low stakes, but you can in the moment become so passionate to fight for it.
Mm-hmm.
So like we had this ongoing thing forever with my high school friends of just what could win in a fight. Silverback gorilla or grizzly bear. Didn't matter at all. Who gives a shit? But it was so fun because we had a divide. Half of us thought grizzly, half of us thought gorilla,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just this constant battle at the lunch table. Just like fuck you. Do you know how much a gorilla could bench? Like fuck you. Do you know how big a grizzly bear is? Like they got knives for fingers. Like
Grizzly would win.
yeah, probably. Yeah, I agree. I think if you give a silverback gorilla maybe their environment, if you can teach them how to box quick, that's when they're
There's
gonna win.
no like real advantage gorilla has.
They're stronger.
You think
Oh
so?
yes, they can literally pull trees and sounds, but like they will uproot trees like by the width of my hand, like just
Okay.
pull them out of the ground.
Okay.
Like these guys are insane.
Well, the grizzlies
Chimpanzees alone could rip your arms out
Yes,
from your
yeah,
socket.
yeah,
A silverback gorilla can do that tenfold. Not
yeah.
what does tenfold mean? Is that exponential then, or is it just times 10?
Just understand.
Okay, yeah, so tenfold. I'd say probably something like that.
Yeah,
But yeah,
the
they're
grizzly
incredibly strong.
Get their nails in there.
But grizzlies have knives. They're born predators.
Yeah.
You know.
Get a few good bites.
But then again, silverback gorillas, although not predators, they do constantly fight for dominance, and so they definitely know how to fucking
I guess the
throw
gorilla
down.
could crush the bear.
That's why I think if it could box, like if it could get a good blow in there, you know, just clock him a couple times. If he knows to get like on his back or something.
It's like a snake and a when they circle each other. It's at all levels. The dinosaur would do it. Like when they put the two bugs that never interact with each other in a cage,
Two
they
boxers.
circle each other.
That's what boxers do.
Boxers
You
do
just circle
it.
around each other. You're
They
waiting for an opening.
Wait to snipe.
Yeah. You're waiting for an opening for them to drop their guard for a second. Quick, give them a jab, feel them out.
You know, in every dinosaur movie, that's what they do too.
They walk around each
They
other.
fight. Yeah.
I
You
mean,
have, like the
that's
T-Rex
just
and the
because
Stegosaurus.
that's cinematographic or whatever. That's
Oh,
not
yeah.
because that's how
Well,
dinosaurs
it's like,
did.
yeah.
We have no idea how they
It's
did
like
shit.
boxing. It's cinematographic too. It's nice to watch.
Yeah.
But they do it for
It
different
makes
reasons.
sense in our head. Dinosaurs.
Yeah, I was thinking about that last night when we were watching the documentary.
You were thinking about dinosaurs?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because they were going through this whole phase of like the Earth evolving, and I think the end of the Jurassic period was the last major meteor, like that wiped everything back to zero, and then all the soil had to regenerate again, and that's as far as it got. And I was thinking that if we weren't here, it would go enough where everything would grow to such a scale where dinosaurs would be back.
Wait, say that again? You think they would come back if we did such and
Well,
such? Or you're
if
saying
we were, if you took humans out of the equation, you just had wildlife growing. Eventually, it reaches a scale because the soil is building. You can build bigger trees.
Yes.
Everything scales up more and more.
They would be to the point that we would classify them as dinosaurs. It's obviously not like that exact species will come back.
Yeah. Rather than buffalo grazing, you have these massive monsters.
No, of course.
Going.
I mean, that's why they were bigger.
Yeah.
That's why you can that's why the few things that were like going on like sharks or crocodiles, they were around then, but they were 3 times as big. And yeah, you're exactly right, because everything just kept growing and just getting bigger and healthier and whatever, and so therefore the things on the earth that walked around also became bigger. You know.
We've gotten smaller.
No, we've gotten bigger. Humans, at least.
There were other
humans.
There were other human species that we beat out that were bigger.
That's
than
true.
us.
They were bigger than us.
Right.
Neanderthals were
bigger.
And bigger brain.
Temporary.
Yeah, they
I
bigger.
thought it was the other way around.
That's what people think.
Why we won.
Doesn't matter. They have bigger brains. We just can use ours better.
Okay.
Yeah, they were stupid as shit.
Yeah.
But they had technically bigger brains.
Okay. Not enough mushrooms.
Nope. Not enough psychedelics. We can't go down that tangent. We already talked about psychedelics so much.